Nah, I swear, there's like this one song that's popped in my head recently. I don't know why. Just hop out the 4x4 comes go through one by one. I don't know why I got 4x4 in my head, because it's Arsenal scoring 4 goals on Bournemouth's head top. Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. I feel good right now, man. I'm feeling real good right now, ladies and gentlemen. We whooping ass at the Vitality. What's going on, everybody? It's full-time trip. We back in the building. We got Timo with us. We got Ghostin with us. It's a very dominant control win away from home, as per usual. Just good stuff all around. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling?
Boy, man, you know, good spirits only. Good spirits only. 4-0. What more can I ask for? 4 goals. I'm happy. My weekend's gonna be lit.
The week has technically been complete. You know, obviously. A few people are disappointed. Obviously, we'll be just disappointed with the result last weekend. But considering how, you know, fixtures have played out today, and obviously how we played midweek going into this game, we just had to, you know, we had to take care of business, you know. And that's all you could ask us to do. And boy, we did that and then some. You know what I'm saying? So we hurt, bro.
I hear it. And let me start off real quick. Let me say my piece, man. Hey, listen, this is not a drill. It's DEFCON 1. It's DEFCON 1. This is not a game no more. Kai Havertz has scored a goal. Kai Havertz has GA on the board. Tell everybody right now, boy. The wait is over. Please.
I just want to add a little sound effect for Kai Havertz right now, because you know when I played this sound, when I played that sound, guys, that means that somebody has arrived.
I'm dead. What sound was it? I didn't even hear it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's.
I'm dead. You need to get. I didn't even hear it on this end, but
No, you good.
I'm gonna edit it in post. I'll edit it in the post.
I bet.
But nah, so I'm telling you, Kai Havertz has arrived. Beautiful unselfishness from around the gaff. But listen, let's get through it today. I got 2 quick questions that will run through the player ratings. I will say, coming into this game, control and effectiveness on the offensive side of our game needed to be priority. And given the performances from again our front 3 today, given the performances, you know, attacking wise from again Odegaard, Havertz, some of those exchanges. G, I'm gonna take it to you first. How did you feel about us from an attacking sense today, and us being able to convert, you know, what we had in front of us?
I feel like in an attacking sense we done really well. I think like when there was like minimal avenues to make something happen, I feel like the team just focused on like maintaining possession, being patient. I feel like there were where people like might have rushed things, like when there were moments, like a couple times where Eddie was through on goal. I feel like he could have been a bit more composed, but overall I feel like we attacked really well. Don't think we played into their hands or made like too many reckless decisions, and yeah, they got smoked.
Hey man, I hear it. I ain't got no words other than I agree. They got their boots smoked, bro. Again, some people come to the Vitality Stadium and play Bournemouth and can't even score a goal. I'm sorry, Chelsea, but it's different. It's different at this point, bro. And it's crazy to me because we're nitpicking as an Arsenal fan base. A lot of us have been nitpicking and you know, in our heads about what formations and the rotations and all the stuff like that. Again, there's stuff that we can always improve. I agree 100%. But looking at the season so far, we haven't lost a game. We're 8 wins, 2 draws, I think, on the overall season so far. You know, like things are better than they seem, but we still have ways to go. So, and that's a good sign to me that we can do this level of, again, rotation, chop changes between, you know, again, our regular squad in the Prem, and then doing the cup competitions in midweek and everything. So I'm loving what I'm seeing so far in terms of us making it through it and weathering the storm, and also getting better each game that we go through. But Timo, real quick, man, I want to say something as well. With some chops and changes, there was someone in contention in the squad by the name of Eddie Nketiah. I feel like he's gotten some slack as of late, given, you know, just everything. And some people like, you know, maybe he didn't deserve to start today, but I think he played a crucial game, a vital game in some of the goals that were involved today. Just walk me through what you thought about Eddie Nketiah and his performance, just at a glance.
No, for sure. As you said, he's come under quite a lot of scrutiny recently. It might more just be because of the goals that aren't there, that probably have been presented and just not been taken. But if there is one thing that you can't fault Eddie for, it's his commitment to the cause. whether it be from a pressing perspective or just being a body on the last man on defense. He's made himself a very available option, and today you could clearly see that he wasn't taking any prisoners. It was very clear that he wanted to try and score, especially when the game was going in the direction it was going in. It almost felt like he was spearheading the attack, and that's even with the likes of Saka, Odegaard and Jesus on the pitch. Unfortunately not to get a goal, but with his contributions we were able to get a penalty, which kind of led to the 5-star performance that we're able to see from the team today. There will be better days in front of goal for him, but honestly I don't think he put a foot wrong today. Unfortunately not to get a goal, but yeah, very good performance from Eddie.
Yeah, 100%, man. But it's just, yeah, it's good to see, man. Good stuff. And for all the people slating him and slagging him off, bro, I'm telling you, he has a part to play. Again, he may not be the star-studded, you know what I'm saying, the clinical person he is right now, but he's a vital asset to what we do, I think. And his role at certain times is undersold. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
I think you look at the Brentford performance midweek. He ran Brentford quite ragged. It looked like, at times I felt, again, just unfortunate not to get the goal, but if you look at how he contributed to the team and the cause of what we were trying to, create, pretty much fundamental, especially with Jesus not playing. So obviously Nelson was able to get a goal from his assist, and ultimately I just think it's a thing where although we obviously saw him make strides to his game last season, I think this season you're going to see a lot more from him. It's just a matter of patience and obviously seeing where the team end up at the end of the season. So yeah,
I agree. And again, with the minute management and man management of everybody in the squad, him being one of the most durable folks in this team so far, seeing him get more minutes than others, I feel like is sometimes warranted, given across the seaon. Yeah, like he's here to stay. You know what I'm saying? He's here to be a part of this team. So we gotta back him. We gotta back him in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta do our thing, bro. We just gotta do our thing. So let's get straight into these ratings. I don't want to take too long on these ratings, even though I'm the one that causes most of the hold up sometimes. So I'll try my best to keep it down. I'll start with David Raya in goal. I'm giving David Raya an 8.5. This guy is calmness and confidence personified, man. Again, claiming what he needs to claim in terms of the 18-yard box. Again, just really good positional play. And again, one thing I do want to note is now he's coming out further to be like an extra center back and absorb more pressure, so a spare man could be found somewhere on the field, and that changes our play immensely. That changes something drastically, and I think this may be something that's becoming goalkeeper standard for both Ramsdale and Raya, but Raya's again the first person we're seeing this with. But the comfort to let pressure get to him so he can find a spare man, that's key to how we're playing right now. That's going to become key to how we're opening and unlocking defenses. So wonderful stuff. 8.5, confident distribution as well. There was some fantastic, like balls out to the wing backs. Like it was fantastic. 8.5, solid without a doubt. Ghostin, give me Mr. Narcos himself, Benny Blanco.
He's getting a solid 8.5 from me. Definitely 8.5. I feel like he done really well offensively. I feel like defensively he done well also, but I don't like, obviously they're defenders, they're meant to defend and they can either do it really well or really badly, but I don't like giving them too much praise for doing a good job defending, because it's their job. I expect you to do well in that area, but offensively you done really well and you got a goal also, so to top that off, 8.5.
100%. Timo, give me Willow Saliba.
I feel like Saliba, honestly, I find it very interesting that we're in a circumstance where we don't even have to give the centre backs too much praise because of how well essentially the whole team defended today. I don't think Willow had to do too much out of his comfort zone. I think he was very comfortable on the ball. Distribution was pretty much clean. Tackling was clean. I would say I'd give him a 7. The win's a win. You get your clean sheet. But I think with us just previously speaking about Ben White, I feel like because he contributed more to the attacking phase, that's the only reason I wouldn't give Saliba anything more than a 7. But yeah, otherwise, bog standard performance from Rolls Royce. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'll jump to again a very vital player for us, Gabriel Maghalaes. I'm giving him a 7.5, and the reason I'll do that is because I feel like in certain games there are, again, I feel like there are more. We've seen people, Saliba specifically, make like a lot of like game-saving blocks and a lot of those challenges. It was Gabriel today. Gabriel Maghalaes in away day settings is the best center back in the league. Let me say that one more time like Dr. Umar so y'all make sure y'all understood me. Gabriel Maghalaes is the best away day center back in the Premier League. I'm serious about that. I'm so serious. This guy, the concentration, the technical ability has improved so much. The calmness on the ball. Again, the way to sniff out danger, the physical presence. He has everything it takes to be an absolute monstrous center back, and he's proving it and he's showing it. Ever since that World Cup snub, he's been nothing less than impressive in every facet. Gabriel Maghalaes 7.5, and it could be more, it should be more, but it's cool. I'm gonna stay calm because it was a calm job from one of the best center back partnerships in the league and in the world today. Give me Zinchenko ghosting.
Zinchenko for me is going to get. Ooh, this one's a bit tricky. I think Zinchenko. People either gonna agree with me or hate me for this one, but I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
I agree, but continue.
I feel like he had I thought you were gonna
undercut him.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna undercut him.
Yeah.
But I agree.
I agree with the rating. I feel
like 7.5. The reason being, again, same with Benoit. I don't want to give these defenders too much credit for defending, but I feel like today in this game, that's the most like unrelenting I've seen him be. Like anytime. Like a Bournemouth player within range had the ball, it was the middle of the pitch, flipping in our heart, wherever it was, he was attacking that space to get the ball, and it's a side to him I've not really seen. Like normally I'll see him like contribute to our attack, help like dictate the tempo, the build up, take some pressure off. But I feel like today he was unrelenting in attacking spaces, getting the ball back. And I feel like also with our attacking players, anytime they didn't really have an option going forward, he was always there as like an escape route to pass back to and then switch play or, build up again. And I feel like today he was an essential part of the team. But again, 7.5.
Yeah, agree. I think this has been his most consistent defensive spell at Arsenal so far. I think the past few performances he's been on it. He's been on it defensively. His marking, is just his tackling. I think a lot of the aspects of it, that dimension has grown significantly, at least from what I've seen over the past few games of that. So wonderful stuff.
We'll even say that his aerial duels, when
I agree.
That too. Like he's improved drastically.
Agreed. He has not been shying away from aerial battles either. So I 100% agree. With that, give me the captain today, Martin Odegaard. Timo.
Wait. I think this might be like the third week, maybe fourth week in a row I've been able to give Odegaard a rating. Listen, I was very harsh last week in regards to the contributions of Odegaard, especially at home, against Spurs. And I feel that today he exemplified exactly what he can do. And I feel to an extent he really wanted to hurt Bournemouth today. I don't know what he ate for breakfast. I don't know what he decided this morning, but he said, I'm going to hurt Bournemouth today. If it weren't by set piece, it was by cute passes. I think in terms of key passes, he led just as we always expect him to. Dribbles, being able to combine well with Eddie and Jesus as well as Saka. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way for the penalty. Even brought more energy towards the subs that came on in order to provide more goal scoring opportunities. I feel like he just did everything you want him to do and more. And this is what I like to see from Odegaard. Albeit, especially you want him to do it in the bigger matches, but you know what? Like, I'm not gonna get onto him. I think he's performed pretty well today. I'm gonna give him an 8 today.
Can I say something? He did something. He did something in the game that I've been crying out for a long time, and a lot of people have been crying out for. 3 words: half space crossing. That ball to Jesus to head it across again on the goal. So Saka has a free header. We need to do more half space crossing, please. For all that is good in this world, just that a couple more times, because there are so many good runs that can be had by just doing that. I swear, I'll put $10 on this right now. If we do more than 5 half space crosses in a game and Havertz is on the end of like 2 of them, a goal is coming from him. I'll put $10 on that right now. I'm telling you right now, bro. That needs to happen more often in games. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right, that's another goal scoring situation that we can also, create ourselves.
Hey, yeah, and let me go on to Declan Rice again. Had some doubts with again potential back problems and potential, just whatever what have you. You know what I'm saying? Arteta pulled the wool over people's eyes, and Declan Rice is starting. And again, he comes in. This was a game where you didn't need to hear his name a lot or see his name a lot, but he did the job, and he was in the right places where he needed to be. Again, in a lot of defensive situations where things could have been there, him being able to mark across the board, just everywhere. He is a consistent presence, damn near ubiquitous.
That's what's even gonna say that was crazy, because like usually we're here, we'll talk about Declan Rice as like somebody that's like so sporadic in terms of his impact across the whole squad. Even in the bigger games, you'll see how well he plays, but today it was like he was quiet. But it's almost like when you have a defensive midfielder that has the qualities he has and is able to kind of have an impact to the point where we can actually say he's quiet, is that testament to what we're doing at the moment and how well he's
that's
playing.
A quality. That's an asset. Like, this is like base level. He don't even need to. He didn't even need to turn up today, and he was all over the pitch. He was putting out fires. He was again keeping the shape of the team, recycling the ball again, keeping an eye out for things. Great passing. I'm about to say typically like he was him. He's him. 8. Nothing more, bro. Fantastic, man. Ghostin, give me Kai Havertz.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this one's dangerous. This one's dangerous. This one could end my whole career, fam.
Oh no.
Havertz, I'm going to give him a. Havertz is gonna get a flat 7 from me.
Okay.
There's a flat 7. Reason being, I feel like I've said it like ever since he's come into the team that I feel like I actually underestimated how like good he'd be for us like in defensive situations, because he wins aerial battles, he'll track back, he'll help out flipping Zinchenko. Sometimes Rice will help out Zinchenko, and I feel like I definitely underestimated like how much he'd help us defensively and just being like a taller physical presence as well in the team. And I feel like he always tries to make runs, he always tries to like make something happen. I feel like a lot of these Arsenal players, I don't know whether it's they're not used to his style of play or whatever it may be, but I feel like a lot of his runs, they're going undetected. Like he'd be moving very undetected. Like
I agree.
And I don't feel like sometimes they spot his runs, because there's times I'll see him make a run and he's clear, but then the pass has gone to someone else. And I feel like that, fair enough, like he scored a penalty, but end of the day, you got to step up and take that penalty and score. And with the amount of pressure that has been piled on him, with like obviously the price tag and what we expect of him, fair enough, like people can say, oh, it's just a pen, like he's expected to score that easy. But again, with what he's been going through, that's a big step for him, because not to say that all these ballers be like looking at social media, but I feel like he definitely looks at it, because his confidence in certain times is very, very muddied. But stepped up, scored a pen, big boost to him, first goal for the club. Hoping he gets many more. I give him a flat 7.
We'll take it.
I agree.
Let me see. Timo, give me Gabriel Jesus. Start with the left wing.
Boy, I think if I had to look at how we were able to really maintain good possession on this left-hand side and ultimately contributing towards the goals that were scored from open play, Jesus was a handful for Bournemouth today. Again, another player unfortunate not to get a goal. On another day he scores maybe 2. But no, it's just the hunger and desire to be a menace. And evidently those Bournemouth players were not happy. They were just diving in. They had head loss after the first goal went in, and it looked like Jesus just capitalized on that overall with his performance. very well in regards to finding other players. Looked to really try and involve Havertz on a couple of occasions, and I feel like him having the sort of impact he's having on the squad has only been a bonus to players like Havertz, who is requiring a bit more confidence. But no, just obviously he is playing left wing, but just seeing how involved he's trying to get the other players in build up, receiving the ball on a half turn, being able to release it. That's very good performance today. Like I said, unfortunate not to get a goal, but contributed with an assist, or half assist, if we want to look at it like that. But no, Jesus was unplayable today. I give him a 7.5.
Nah, I'm a give me a yes. This sounds likely, or no. I'm bugging real quick. Just yes or no. Somebody said on the timeline, I forgot who it was, but they was like, yo, what if Arteta's kind of prepping Jesus for more of a left wing role to kind of put him in the rotation and make some room for another striker in the coming months? You know what I'm saying? Yes or no? Does that sound crazy, or is this some merit, or is it just we're all bugging?
You know what? I feel
because people was like, yo, they put Partey at right back for a few months for preseason to try and come switch some. There's some lead ups.
I think that's the problem we face with Arteta. You just never know.
I don't know.
It could be the point where Arteta's already looking at Martinelli thinking, I've got you coming back. I want you to play up top with and play Martinelli on left. Like, it might look, you know what I mean? Like, those could be the conversations that are being had behind closed doors. It may not even be another striker coming. If there is another striker coming, we don't even know what the sort of profile is. I know there's been linked with Ivan Toney, and I think there's a Jimenez that plays for Feyenoord.
Yes.
There's been links here and there, but in my head I'm thinking Arteta just is so unpredictable at times. You just don't know what's going to happen. If it is that he's engineering towards that, boy, I'm looking at both Trossard and Smith Rowe and thinking, God damn, how am I going to get in? And I'm playing well, so you know, like, it's just there's a lot to kind of like almost look at and think, bro, like what is going through Arteta's head. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Jesus out left wing if it means we're able to bring in a goal scorer that, you know, that is a certified bagsman. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to. And then let me jump in real quick. Let me give my 2 cents on my man of the match today. You know what I'm saying? Not only, you know what I'm saying, a scorer, but a provider as well, a booster, a man of the people, a man of the hour, God's child. Bukayo Saka gets a solid. I'm sorry, for the emotional boost, I'm giving him a 9. I'm giving him a 9 just to put him just a little bit above the pecking order. It's probably 8.5, but for the emotional boost, he gets a 9. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, again, like today, he was in the position she needed to be. He was, again, just effective. He's if he was like in the same building as solid territory, he's on the map before the elevator to find the right level that he's at. Like, he's getting closer to finding out where this man's, you know what I'm saying, this man's territory is at. I ain't gonna lie to you, because solid influence personified. He is influence personified. Again, in game situations, they barely know how to defend him. Again, I hope the knock was just a knock, and you know, he can shake that off during the week and stuff, but damn near unplayable, damn near undefendable. Like, he's just so good. And on top of that, not only he again provides like goals, he's gonna give the goals you know, to people who might need them. Gave a pen to Odegaard, gave a pen to Havertz to, you know, egg him on and will him on. Just an all-around player you want to be at your club, because he's not only going to make an impact himself when he has the opportunity to, he's going to bring that impact and spread the wealth to his teammates, bro. This is class. This is culture. That's Bukayo Saka. He gets a 9. He's my man of the match today. G, give me Eddie Nketiah.
Bro, giving me all the messy ones today.
He seen it too. He seen it too. You got the Mike Rowe job today, brother. You got the Mike Rowe job.
I gave him the dustpan and brush, fam. I hear
it. The easiest one I had was Ben White. Even like, Zinchenko as well, but Havertz and Eddie, yeah, damn.
I'll switch it up next time, I promise. I'll switch it up next time, don't worry.
Eddie, I'm gonna give Eddie I think I'm gonna give him a flat 7 as well. I feel like he does what he always does every week in, week out, goddamn. He does like a lot of running, you know, he's like really like helps lead the press, help, like, you know, open up attacking opportunities, and I feel like he's good for the team, but I want goals. Like, that's one thing for certain. Like, I want to see him scoring more, because now, like before, it was a thing of where the first couple games of the season, I'd see him, make good runs or be a threat. And then now he's actually getting to a point where he's beating his man, he's getting in behind and he's getting so close. So I'm hoping the next step is that conversion on the end. Like, because it's all right if you beat your man and you run and all this. And because I'm not going to lie, I feel like Eddie should have gotten like 2 goals today, if I'm being real. He had 2 solid opportunities, I think, to score. And I know it's like high pressure, all that stuff, but I want to start seeing goals come from him. Am I one of these Arsenal fans that are thinking, if we can get Tony, fling him out the squad and all blah, blah, blah. And like Tripp, I think he has a role to play for the team, but I do think he does need to start like contributing to the goals as well, because that's what a lot of people are looking at him for. And being a striker, it's expected as well. Like, even if as a striker you're playing like a different role where like you might drop back, help create more, make other runs, fair enough, but at the end of the day, by a description, we're expecting more goals from you, bro.
Yeah.
But overall, I think he's a solid player.
I think it's fair. I would also like to add, obviously, I know I spoke briefly about him at the start of the podcast, but I think it's one of them things where like we're seeing him. I feel like I know with Eddie, it's not so much the confidence, because I feel like the squad and the team in general have kind of entrusted him to have that level of confidence. But I think obviously as the game grew and obviously seeing how the game kind of went on, you could see that his confidence itself grew and he really wanted to score a goal. Where obviously if you're starting number 9 at Arsenal or any top 4 team in any league in the world, you want to bag every week. I feel like it's one of them things where he'll be familiar with that situation as the season comes on, and he will start to deliver. It's just a matter of the minutes that he'll get, and he just has to make use of those minutes. But yeah, I agree with the rating.
Copy. And again, in terms of subs, I'll give everybody pretty much the bog standard 6. Everybody did their thing. Emil Smith-Rowe came out with a good cameo as a standout, I think, in my opinion. Jorginho had some good moments there as well, but I think Emil Smith was definitely the standout of the subs. Had some really good opportunities that, again, the Neto was hating a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, he wanted some extra oomph behind them shits. He was like, "Yo, they're not gonna go in. They're not going in." But away fans get like an infinity out of 10. They literally ran the Vitality Stadium. They ran the show from minute 1 to minute 90. It was fantastic to hear from our ends of the screen. Give me Mikel Arteta, Timo.
All right, well, I don't think you can give anything less than a 10, because especially with the noise midweek in regards to how many players we might be missing, and then kind of just giving us a complete 180 and saying, "Oh, nope." Everyone's gonna play. Maybe Bar Trossard, but still made the squad. Ultimately, he gets a 10 out of 10 for me. Managed the game perfectly. The control of the game was something I was really happy about, because you saw how it ended up last week. There was an element of not being able to control the game at certain points, I guess pivotal points, after goals were scored. It was clear as day that when we did score today, we were not looking to concede. Brought on Jorginho at a very good point, as well as Nelson, to provide a lot more energy but also control over the game. And you can't fault him for the subs that he made. Perfect in regards to substitution usage and the timing as well. So yeah, gets a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I hear it, man, and that's all we wrote. That's all she wrote, man. Listen,
there is one thing I want to say. Just one thing, and I never do this. But there's one thing I want to say.
Do your thing.
Recently, Tripp has been pushing this agenda of Vieira being a final third demon, and I hear it, because every time he touch pitch, he looking for that assist. He almost got an assist today, and I feel like he needs a run of games, because even like from last season, me Tripp team, we've always been like fond of Vieira. I think he's a good player, but I need to see him get a run of games, because before people were saying, physicality, did it. Now he's using that size to just drift through defenders, get past them.
All I'm saying is, I just want 4 good games in a row of Fabio Vieira on the right, Odegaard on the left. Let Declan Rice cook in the 6, and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe that might force, some people to do some half-space crossing. Maybe that might force, Fabio Vieira to play some more like killer passes like that and get Saka into space. Man, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
You see the first touch that Jesus took off with that pass into him from Vieira, and if he gets that often in either side of the left or the right side, either
It's
from Vieira or Odegaard, we're cooking.
bound to be goal.
goals.
Listen, man, they gonna see it, man. They gonna see it. But let us know what y'all thought of the match in the comment section below. Who your standouts? How'd you feel about the game, the tactics, the team, all that good stuff? Let us know in the comment section below. And yeah, we're gonna see you probably midweek for Lens, for Lens crafters. Shouts to them. We gotta see them in midweek. We're going to the away trip, and then after that, it's a certain, you know what I'm saying, certain team that lost today. Drop some points to Wolves, boy. I don't know. We got some business to handle. This is tough. This is a situation. Oh man.
Not easy.
All I know, it ain't easy, bro. The Prem ain't
Not
easy. Is yours gold? It can't be. But we gonna catch all y'all on the flip side. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. You know what time it is. COYG. We out of here. Peace.